Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham. Rawchaa, Qadash, name of the Heavenly Father, everybody ignorantly calls God. His true name in the ancient Hebrew, which is the Rawchaa Qadash. His true name is Yahawah. Bahasham means in the name of. Yahawashi is the Holy One of Israel. Everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, the so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, who was slain at the foundations of the earth for the salvation of the elect of Israel. Then you got 2/3 of the wicked Israelites here in America, Babylon the Great. The other wicked Israelites scattered across the four corners of the earth that will come back to the loins of the elect after the destruction. The Rawchaa Qadash is the Holy Spirit that has been bestowed upon the men. The Heavenly Father gave his only begotten Son. Out of this world, he gave these men out of this. He gave his only begotten Son. These men out of the world, which is came through. The Rawchaa Qadash has been given to us by the Heavenly Father and His Son. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure stuff looking right. Yep. To complete this work. So we always want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Let us all to this truth been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray fast, show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we part of that number, Lord, when it's be edifying those who fear the name of the Lord, striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities, His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah 3:5, it is not slack. 2 Peter 3:9, until it rings. 2 Peter chapter 5, verse 42. Shalom, now I used to say believers out there hearing on after Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, Barak, Atham. We're just going to get into an end-time topic lesson. Try to make it quick and to the point. The title is The Nations of This World Are About to Be Cut Out. The Lord got those clippers on him, and He's finna clip anything that's not the elect out of rulership. That's what's happening right now. And we're close, because Esau Edom is making steps every day to push his MOTB system, the World Order system, the RFDI chip, which is the mark of the beast, the right hand, what you put in your right hand on your forehead. You know, we talk about it all the time. You know, we're close to it. So I want to start right here. Lord, when it's edifying to the flock, I want to start right here. One of the brothers, GMS Watchman, his title was Trump names Dr. Oz as head of Medicare. Oz says RFDI chip is the next big thing in healthcare. All right. So let's watch this real quick.
The latest breakthroughs. Turns out one of the biggest discoveries is actually this tiny. See how small that is? This little chip may be the next big thing. And it sounds like it's right from a sci-fi movie, but people all over the world are implanting these into their wrists. So I asked my producer, Dean, to find out more about this cutting-edge technology and what it could mean for your health.
Whether it's our smartphones, our watches, our fitness trackers, or our Bluetooth headphones, it's clear that technology is not just part of our lives, it's running them. It's how we buy things, watch things, how we date, stay safe, even how we travel. Paul? Cool. We're so attracted to our devices that they're basically becoming a part of our bodies. But what if they really could become a part of our bodies? Well, guess what? They can. Meet the RFID microchip.
This tiny chip, which can be implanted into your wrist, yes, I did say wrist,
uses short-range radio frequency identification, similar to the tech used to track your pets or your phone. Once implanted in your body, it could identify you as you pass through the airport, open the door to your home. It could even be used to buy groceries at the supermarket.
Right. And that's why the Lord said He got to cut off man and beast from this place, because they're going to have the chip too. They're going to chip all the damn animals.
Now, your driver's license, passport, keys, and wallet are all inside your body, contained in something the size of a grain of rice. I know it might sound like sci-fi, but it's not. 10,000 people have already been chipped, and the number is growing.
The possibilities are limitless, especially when it comes to your health. Imagine you're rushed to the hospital without any identification, but with just one scan of your chip, doctors know your name, date of birth, medical history, insurance, blood type, allergies, even the medication you're taking.
They're going to have it to where they ain't even got to scan that thing. You just walk through the door, and there's going to be a scanner that just scans over your ass. They're already going to know all that. You see what I'm saying? That's what the mark of the beast is, you know? And I just wanted to go into this particular scripture in Job that kind of shows that it's going to fail, okay? Because we went into, you know, Revelation 13:16 yesterday. So I want to go into Job chapter 20, verse 15. We're going to start right there. This is talking about Esau, even the so-called white man in this passage. He's the one who's going to implement the mark of the beast. You see them, they're talking about it's going to be the new thing in healthcare. They're going to make this mandatory, just like they tried to do the juice box, right? Whenever the CV-19 came out there, it's like, you got to take the juice box, but this is going to be way more serious and way more implemented, like, severely, to where, like, you cannot be part of society if you don't have that thing. Job chapter 20, verse 15. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly, right? He went and took all these nations over, took all these resources, and tried to make his one world system. And the Lord's going to make him what? Spew it back up. He said the riches, the riches are laid up, the wicked, their riches are stored up for the righteous. So the Lord's going to, the Israelites are going to inherit all this. Verse 16, he shall suck the poison of asps, the viper's tongue shall slay him, right? Judgment. 17, he shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter, right? He's not going to make it in the kingdom. He's going to he's going to be in the kingdom, but he's going to be hardcore slavery. And it says it's going to be rendered double unto him. So he's whatever would happen to us, so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, it's going to happen to them worse, twice as worse. 18, that which he had labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein, because he's going to go to slavery for 1,000 years and he's going to get destroyed. Verse 19, because he have oppressed, why? Because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, right? Who's mainly talking about Israelites. But he repressed everybody, all the other nations, but he's not going to even get in trouble. He's not really in trouble for them. The Lord's only dealing with Israel. That's his people, because he had violently taken away the house which he builded not, right? Talking about taking away, our book, going in 70 AD, raiding Israel. Okay, these Romans, these are the same people that are back today who have rebuilt this revived Roman Empire, which is America, Babylon the Great. Verse 20, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired, right? He's going to lose everything. Verse 21, and there shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods, right? Everything's going to get taken. Verse 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, right? Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. That's how we see all these nations. They're going against America, Babylon the Great. Ultimately, Esau, even the so-called white man, and the small hats, which is the ones who saying they're Israel in the land right now. Okay, those are not the Israelites. If they were the Israelites, they would be like us, scattered across the four corners of the earth and be in bondage. Okay, they'd be in slavery. It said Jake was a homeborn slave, Jacob, which is Israel. Okay, so they can't be the people because they have military and shit. So they can't be them. They don't fit prophecy. Well, they do in Revelation 3:9, where it says they claim that they're Jews and they're not. The Lord's going to show you that they're not real soon. They're Edomites. Verse 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he'll be in straits, and every hand of the wicked will come upon him. Verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, right? He's about to get everybody to take this MOTB. He's going to try to make his tower, his new Tower of Babel, his digital Tower of Babel, right? They're going to try to make it, right? The Most High shall cast a fury of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain upon him while he is eating, right? While he's getting everybody to do it. And that's what he said. He said 10,000 people already got the shit, and they get more people to do it. So right now he's eating. He's creating his system, and he's going to eventually make it mandatory when he got enough people doing this shit. So it's coming. Verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through, right? Ultimately, the missiles hitting this place and the land of Israel. Verse 25, it is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. That's what's coming to Esau, even so-called white man. Terrors. You got people out here talking about, oh, bless America and sending prayers to this place. Ain't none of it gonna work. Verse 26, all darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left of his tabernacle, right? Everything he's going to try to build is going to go wrong. It's going to go south. That's what the Lord's saying. Verse 27, heaven shall reveal his iniquity. How is he doing that? Through the men. And the earth shall rise up against him. That's even 2/3. 2/3 of our people, they're going to end up rising against Esau, Edom too, because it said that it'd be sedition among men. Everybody's going to turn on Esau, just like they did on Jacob, starting with the so-called Negroes. Everybody turned on us for a point, so now it's going to happen to him. Verse 28, the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. Missiles hitting this bitch. 29. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High. This is his heritage, to get your ass destroyed and go into slavery and destroyed forever. You can't get in the tabernacle. That's the problem with a lot of people. They don't understand history. If you don't understand history of Esau, Edom, and Jacob, then, you know, and going all the way back, you know, to the garden and where the Garden of Eden is and how we were cast out, you won't understand that there's two different lots. There's a lot for Israelites and there's a lot for everybody else, which is your destiny. This is their destiny, okay, that was appointed to them by the Most High. They can't be saved. The Lord is about balance. It said, Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. So you got what? Israelites and then everybody else. That's the scales. That's what it's talking about. So right now over there in that land, over there in the land of Israel, you got all these small hats, which are the Edomites. They're drafting now. They're already starting to draft over there for these small hats to go to war. Says Israel issues more than 1,000 arrest warrants for ultra-Orthodox draft avoiders. They all trying to get out. They all don't want to go into the war. They all don't want to fight for Israel. The majority of them, they trying to run and shit. Because they know the judgment is coming. The judgment is coming for their ass. The Lord is preparing slaughter for Esau Edom's seed line. Isaiah. They know they're not gonna make they know they're not gonna make it. Isaiah 14:21. They already trying to run. It reads, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, and you are your forefathers. And just like that dude who tried to come to the camp and be like them, they got a potential to be saved. No, not everybody has a potential to be saved. Some of this people's heritage is to get destroyed. That's their heritage. Okay? That's the heritage of Esau Edom. Okay, to be the wicked of the earth and to be rooted out. And that's what we're talking about earlier today. You're gonna separate the wheats and the tares. All these motherfuckers out here that is look like us, but they really Edomites, and that sucks because they probably would still treat them like Jake, and they wasn't even Jake, so they like triple time losers. Your ass still gonna go into slavery. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. See, they gotta pay for this. They be like, "Oh, I wasn't there." Nah, you was there. You gonna pay for this shit. They do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities. Who's that talking about that don't fill the face of the world with cities? That's talking about Israel. So-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. We ain't got nothing to show for everything we built here. So while that's going on, Putin issues warning to United States, which is America, Babylon the Great, with new nuclear doctrine after Biden allows Ukraine to use long-range U.S. missiles. We talked about this a couple months ago, and they said if they do that, they're going to use nuclear weapons. You know? So we're going in. Matthew 24:33. And you know they just came out with the Gladiator 2. And they had Denzel Washington all going in, being one of the emperors, to show you that Jake was ruling. Okay, in the Holy Roman Empire, he was ruling. All right. They try to make it seem it was all just Edomites and shit. Nah. Matthew chapter 24, verse 33. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all things, know it is near, even at the doors. That's Yahawashi speaking himself. That's how we see all these things we're talking about every day. That's how we know it's close. Nuclear war, MOTBB mandatory, you know? And I'll be having, sometimes I'll go try to go, there's this cool little Issacharite little restaurant down the street, and they make some pretty good food. So sometimes I'll go over there and grab some. And some people that see me, you know, because we teach right down the street from there, they'll be like, oh man, we see you teaching. That's cool, you doing that. But they don't really know what we're talking about, you know. But they'll be like, that's cool, you doing that, man. We don't got a lot of time. So they don't even be studying, and they be knowing they ain't got no time. You know, most people know that the end is here. Like, it's not nothing like just like some far-fetched, you know, shit going on. This is really, everybody knows, you know, that the time is almost up. Even people who done even studying and just going to work and just living regular ass life. But they think that we talking about everybody can get saved. That's where they're going to get bamboozled at when they try to come up to us when it's too late. Russia starts building nuclear-resistant bomb shelters as threats of World War III ramp up. That's what's happening. Remember, the Lord said all these things, Matthew 24:33, all these things happening. Know that we close to the doors, close to Judgment Day. And Judgment Day is when the missiles hit this place. That's Judgment Day. Jacob's trouble is going to be basically all the events leading up to that day of judgment. But people are going to be getting judged along the way, just like they're getting judged now. Revelation chapter 6, verse 12. He's talking about those missiles. And I beheld when I had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. That's from the missiles. And the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Right? We've been seeing blood moons. Verse 13, the stars of heaven fell unto the earth. Right? Even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. That's talking about the missiles hitting. Verse 14, and when heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Missiles hitting this shit. 15, and the kings of the earth, and the great man, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, right? Even some of Jake gonna try to get in there. And every free man hid themselves in the dens of the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, man. That's what's coming. They're going to be hiding because they know the Lord's coming. Verse 17, for the great day of his wrath is come. Talking about blowing this place up. Who shall be able to stand? Nobody. That's why the Lord's got to remove the elect. Ain't nobody going to be able to stand that day. And y'all who do somehow make it out, you're going to get slain in the land by one of the elect men when they come down here. And the rest of y'all is going to go into slavery. Your first job is going to be cleaning up shit, picking up dead bodies and shit. And it ain't going to be comfortable, which is found in Ezekiel 39. Next article, militia group reportedly threatens military, claims government orchestrated North Carolina hurricane. So now you got far-right militia groups. They know what's up. They know that they're controlling the weather, whether they admit it or not. This, I'm telling you, people are going to start turning on America Babylon the Great. Everybody's going to come after really them small hats, you know, and the top officials of Babylon. Even these Trump people who love Trump, they're going to find out Trump bamboozled their ass. They're going to go against his ass too. Second Esdras. Chapter 15, verse 16. For the majority, you know, they're going to hate. Everybody's going to hate us for his name's sake, but a lot of people going to really be just as mad as them as they mad at us. Because they're going to be like, well, they wasn't even able to do shit. They was just telling us what was going to happen. And some people going to help us because of that. Because they're going to know we right. And they're going to try to seek to enter into the tabernacle by trying to help us. And they still might not get in. Who knows? It all depends whether you're an Israelite or not. You have to be an Israelite. If you're not one of us, you're not getting in. And, you know, they say there's tares and stuff, but tares, like, you can know, like, you know, a tare, which is like a melanated Edomite. He looks like us. Like, the motherfuckers ain't got no skill. They can't rap. The motherfuckers can't play basketball. They don't know how to cook good. All the shit they eat is fucking medium rare and shit. That's a damn tare. Because they act like fucking Esau. We don't act like that over here. Second Esdras chapter 15, verse 16. And it reads, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? The militia groups, they finna start turning on this place. Next article. stockpile diapers, medication, baby food. NATO members, Sweden and Finland advise citizens on how to survive war, right? They have their way to how to survive. Well, we have our way how to survive. And Lord is doing a beautiful thing. I seen a lesson Elder Manasseh Zakba did, and it's a Jake out there in South Asia, and he ain't got one leg, and he is teaching the word, giving the real name, Yahawah, Yahawashi. Like, there's no excuse for Jake to be on some, I can't go out and do no damn lesson. He had one damn leg and sitting in the chair reading. He had made a sign, everything. He was out there, hey, preaching the word of Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi. We even got a deaf camp in Holland. So, nah, it ain't no excuse not to do this work. If you're an able-bodied Israelite, it's all hands on deck. We're building a tabernacle right now. If you didn't lay no bricks, then you're not going to be considered, you know, as one of those men. You know, you could be like somebody who's like a believer or whatever, and you maybe you're not a prophet, and you just, you get in through the honorable multitude. But my whole thing is like, you really can't decide anyways. So we really can't, like, we're not here to like try to force nobody to do something. The Lord's getting everybody in their lot and putting them where they're supposed to be. So you just, you need to make sure whatever you feel like the Lord is having you do that, because men's goings are the Lord. Matthew chapter 6, verse 25. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life. This is Yahawashi speaking, what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body what ye shall put on. Is not life more than meat, the body than raiment, right? And the Lord just said in Job, he's finna take Esau, eat him all his meat. He ain't got no more meat. He finna take everything he got. Who you think he's gonna give it to? He's gonna give it to us. That's why he said right here in Isaiah, said, don't worry about it. Isaiah 65:13. You serve me, don't even worry about it. Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi, behold, my servant shall eat. We eating right now spiritually, but ye shall be hungry. Everybody else, all the wicked Israelites out here, over here, and scattered across the four corners of the earth, they're hungry right now, spiritually, because they don't have this truth. They're in the congregation of the dead with all the Gentiles, the other nations, the heathens. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. They're going to be ashamed because they were thinking that all nations can get saved. But when it was talking about the Gentiles, when it came to the Gentiles that were getting grafted in, those were the ones that were Israelites that were born outside of the land, because we went into slavery. Okay? That's what it's talking about. Verse 14, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, which is talking about your mind. But ye shall cry for sorrow of heart and howl for vexation of spirit, because they didn't have this truth. That's what's coming. And they over there trying to tell him how to survive. We're going to tell you how to survive. You better understand this doctrine. You better be praying to Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi. That's how we're going to survive. Said, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. In Isaiah. It says Oklahoma mandates $60 a pop Trump Bibles in classrooms amid pondering claims, right? The God Bless USA Bible. You go look in there, it's talking about destroying this place all throughout this book. So there is no blessings coming here. Okay. But what they're doing is, like we said yesterday, Edomite, they'll take this and go publish it and put it out there and change all the words and do everything, like trying to like recreate the whole damn Bible. That's what they be doing. And they're doing it because they want more people to come and try to pull up on us at the camps and try to disannul the prophecy. And you're gonna get dealt with every time. We're gonna teach you the right way. And whether you believe or not, you've been judged. As soon as you see us, you talk about them scriptures, you judged. Whether you're an Israelite or one of the other nations, even if you just cross by us, you're marked for judgment unless you repent. That's what we're out there for. And I ride my bike through the street all day with my necklaces on. So even if I'm not at camp, you've seen me out here 100,000 times. You ain't never asked me, your ass through. That's why we be up out here. We're really going to war spiritually on this place. Another one. Oklahoma's top educated. They out here in Oklahoma really trying to be the Lord's people, and they're gonna fail. Oklahoma's top educated requires schools to play video of him praying for Trump. They're really trying to get they really believe in this motherfucker, man. They really do. And not let alone, they're not just doing that. Guess who else is also doing it? Texas officials signed support for adding Bible lessons for K-5 classes as some states push Christianity in public schools. They're trying to seek the Lord now, and they're not going to get the fuck in. And at the same time, they're using it for a cloak of maliciousness, and they're trying to make money off of it. So giving machines opening in public and gathering place in Tulsa. They got these little giving machines where it's got all these little things in them, but you got to pay for that shit. And they got them over here. Yeah, they're in Tulsa. Yeah, they're in Tulsa. Allows for donation, local, global charities, right? Trying to act like they're giving back and shit. You know? Not giving back nothing. This Bible doesn't even belong to them. That's why we tell some of these people, you better off if you're a heathen, just don't even touch this book and go be a heathen. Don't be come over here fucking with this book. You're really gonna get dealt with. It's a 2 Peter. Because heathens don't have fear of the Lord. That's why they just be reading and just saying whatever in it. They don't have real fear of the Lord. That's how you really know who's an Israelite too, you know? They don't have fear of the Lord. They're not even really considering the Lord. They're in their kingdom right now. They got to what they want. Why would they seek the Lord? Just like we seen that video, that old lady who was like, that dude said, I got everything in my life good, but you got dementia. Why is that? She said some people that you know, they live real good lives because the Lord don't want them to turn to him. He doesn't want Esau to turn to him. He wants him to get destroyed here. The rest of these nations going to slavery to fulfill prophecy. Said Revelation 13:10, you know, he that leaveth into captivity shall go into captivity. Somebody in this bitch got to go to slavery after this. Somebody. Now everybody's getting out of this with a good cards dealt, just like we didn't when we went into slavery. Somebody going to slavery in this bitch for putting us in slavery. We're gonna tell you that. 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, and this is talking about the Israelites right here. Okay, but Esau Edom does it too. But this is talking about specifically even us. You got these other people in these other camps not teaching what the MOTB is. You got TD Snakes, Steplo, Dollar, Bimbo, Bennings. We talked about them. Even as there shall be false teachers among you, right? Who shall probably bring in damnable heresies. And that's even among GMS. We just seen people in GMS that was in GMS and then got kicked out. Okay. And then you had some in GMS that got in trouble, got kicked out and got brought back in. It's all about if you fall down or something, whatever happens, it's all about your integrity and your you know, your dealings with the Lord, how he makes the brotherhood deal with you. Sometimes it just happens just to test you, you know, everything's a test, you know? So, but you got some people who they came in, they tried to misuse brothers. They tried to take advantage of brothers. And that's the one thing you don't do. You don't take advantage of your brothers. You try to make it easier for your brothers. You treat them like Yahawashi. You make sure that if there's something that you can do to help further, like, you know, their spiritual booster for them, even if it's just like, you know, something small, like you want to do that stuff for your brothers. You know, that's what all the law hangs on. Love thy neighbor as thyself, your fellow Israelite. You know, and it starts with the brotherhood. You know, but we that don't mean that we just, you know, just lovey-dovey and shit. You know, even brothers get into it sometimes. That happens. You know, we go and talk about that stuff. But at the end of the day, you don't want to have no quarrels with your brothers, man. You want to make sure that whatever it is, just like Saul and David was like, I can't go against Saul. That's the Lord's anointed. I'm not touching him. That's how you got to be. Even if your brothers come at you, just don't fucking touch none of your brothers ever. No matter the fuck what. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Don't ever, let the Lord handle that. That's why the elders and apostles strictly be like, don't take vengeance at all. Especially somebody the Lord's got them doing lessons, who probably shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them and bring upon themselves swift destruction. Right? Verse 2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of, right? They say they know the Lord, they in there in the Bible and in the schools and stuff, but when they see us on the highways, they make it seem like we're teaching the wrong doctrine, but they are, you know, and our people with them. They the ones who set up our people, TV Jakes and all these people. Esau set them up. Verse 3, that through covetousness they shall with feigned words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not, right? Through covetousness, they try to make you spend all this damn money. It says buy the truth and sell it not. You're not supposed to sell the truth. You're not supposed to sell this. You know, that's what they're doing. They're not even on the highways and byways. They're all in churches and be on their computer and stuff. You got them, y'all Israelites, ain't none of them on the highways and byways. It literally tells you in Luke 14:23, go to the highways and byways. They ain't nowhere in there. They in the house with some hot chocolate and shit in the wintertime, and they little fucking Blue's Clues slippers on. They weak ass. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 11. For whoso despiseth wisdom in nature, he is miserable, right? Yeah, wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, right? And their hope is in vain. Some people's hope here is in vain. Their labor is unfruitful, right? And what did it talk about? If you was a tree that didn't produce good fruit, you was what? Honed down and cast into the fire. And their works unprofitable, right? It wasn't edifying to the elect. They weren't considering the days of old. They was just over there, you know, going in there and making up their own doctrine. You know, they ain't talking about the end of the world coming. All they do is just be saying, y'all this and y'all that and all this other stuff. And they ain't talking about nothing, though. Verse 12, their wives are foolish, their children wicked. They try to say Esau, Edom is Japheth. It doesn't even make sense. The so-called white people can't be Japheth. They're not nowhere tied in the biblical prophecy. They don't run shit right now. It's Esau. So their wives are foolish, their children wicked, right? We're going to go into a little bit more of that later. Verse 13, their offspring is cursed. See, there's a cursed people. See, we're under the curses, but we're not cursed. Okay, there's a difference. Esau, Edom is cursed. That's why I said prepare slaughter for his children, because they're all got to pay for this shit, because that's them coming back. Wherefore, blessed is the barren that is undefiled, which have not known the sinful bed. She shall have fruit in the visitation of souls, right? And that's what it's saying. Like, whenever the Lord comes and visits this place, and he's doing it right now, but fully, the ones who are not part of Esau, Edom, and dealing with him are not going to, you know, they're not going to get that wrath, you know? Even the other nations, you know, they're not going to get as much wrath as Esau is going to get. They're going to see Esau and be like, damn, this motherfucker is done. This motherfucker, they is getting his ass. I want to put this out there first. Psalms 149. You know, they're going to start coming. They're going to start coming to the camps. And that's why you got to be real careful with these people that some of these people. It's 147, verse 19. You got to be careful with some of these people, because some of these people be looking like they Israelites and they with the shit or whatever, and they teaching the right way, but a lot of them be calling on Elohim, a lot of them be calling on Yah and Ra, and you got to get the right name. Just like that dude came to the camp, he saying Elohim and 12 other names. It said it said plainly there's only one name given among men in Acts 4:12. If you're not doing that, then you can't teach nothing else. Like, you don't even got the names right. What makes you think you got the prophecy right? That's why when you see people come to the camps, it seems like we rude, but it's like, nah, you ain't gonna come in here and confuse the damn people. Like, we got the Israel watching us. You gonna learn what we talking about. We didn't record to wait on your ass to come teach us. We recording because we already got the doctrine. You know, you feel whatever kind of way about it. We're not here to debate with you. You gonna get right or you gonna get left. My elder said you want to make some shirts like that. I want to get some of the shirts that I have that I got off this website or whatever, and I want to go try to put that shit on there just because I like that. I like that term. It's cool. Psalm chapter 147 verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Right? That's it. He only shows them to us. That's how we know that we're Israel, because we actually believe in this. Verse 20, he have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. See, they don't know the judgment of the Lord. That's why they're not terrified of him. Esau, even so-called white man's never been in slavery. His whole damn nation been in slavery and was called niggers and hung everywhere and fucking rods cut off and butt breaked and motherfucking threw our babies to alligators and shit. They don't know the fear of the Lord. They don't know what that is. They will real soon. Lord gonna take all the meat off his ass, which is his provisions, everything he got. And while that's going on, there's a lot of weird shit going on in Oklahoma right now. It says igloos in Oklahoma, right? So they got these see-through igloos, World War III coming. This is how most of these motherfuckers thinking. It said, forgive me for jumping on the Christmas train. It's hard not to get excited about this time of the year. That's how the heathens are. They're thinking about good old Christmas, and they're saying it's Jesus Christ's birthday. Y'all niggas is bucketheads for that shit. Especially when entire towns light up and become sort of wonderland for at least a few months. And that's exactly what's happened in Sapulpa, Oklahoma this year. They got all the lights out there and motherfuckers in motherfucking igloos with beds in them and shit on the side of the street. These motherfuckers don't know the judgment of the Lord. There's no way your ass, if you was an Israelite, would be in no damn igloo, okay, at the end of the world. Like, that's why you had that one video. We showed all them people that, you know, some of them look like Edomites. They probably Jakes too. They was like, something don't feel right. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Something going on. That's how Jake is right now. Even 2/3, they're like, something ain't right. Even if they don't tell you, in their spirit, they feel like that. This Amos chapter 5, verse 21, it says, I despise your feast days, right? I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Lord talking about he don't like the stuff that they doing. Verse 22, though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, right? They have a Christmas dinner. They pray to the Lord. They bless the food, and then they eat and shit, right? That's them trying to give them an offer, give the Lord an offer, like thank you for allowing us to do this and shit. Be demons. I will not accept them. Neither I will regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts, right? The turkey and Thanksgiving and all this shit. They're trying to think this is going to be they think these are sacrifices to the Lord, and he's not going to accept them. Just like Cain when he bring him that damn fruit, he's like, I don't want that shit. Verse 23, take thou away from the noise of thy songs. I will not hear the melody of thy viols. Right? You know, you got the jingle bells, jingle, all that whack ass shit. You want to hear that shit? That's why Lord finna send missiles over here. Jeremiah chapter 10. How do we know he don't like Christmas specifically? Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain. I know that dude that probably came up. He probably getting ready for Christmas right now and getting ready for Thanksgiving. And his ass probably think that it was Eve actually ate a damn apple from a tree and shit. That's how they be thinking. Like, y'all, you're not spiritual. You're not understanding what's really being said. Right? For people are vain, for one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. Right? That's what they do. Then what they do? Verse 4, they deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers that move not. And this place got so wicked through age, now they got plastic trees in the house. Verse 5, they are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also it is them to do good. Right? Basically, the Lord's in control of them. They can't do nothing the Lord don't make them do. So even if they do something to us, whatever. It's not like this. It's not like the first time they done got their hand on us and killed us and shit. We done probably got killed by most of the Edomites that's walking around us today. They just don't remember. So it says, don't fear these people, because they finna get dealt with for that shit. This says, MAGA allies eye drastic Medicaid and food stamp cuts to fund tax breaks for the rich. So they finna start taking your food stamps. You know, you people out there, you know, specifically Eve, she be out here with these food stamps and shit, got 5-6 kids and get $1,000 in food stamps. They finna cut that shit. Give it to the rich. I'm going to show you that they didn't give a fuck about you. Isaiah 32, 9. And you can tie this into women, but it also ties into Babylon. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear to my speech. This is the Lord talking to these Israelite women. Verse 10, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. So before Jacob's trouble come, tax cuts and stuff are already happening. Things are already happening. A lot of them already getting put out in the streets because they got all these damn kids and didn't want to be, didn't want to be wise and date a man of the Lord. But a lot of them, they was wicked. So the Lord gave them to the portion of a wicked man and that shit got fucked. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come, right? You ain't gonna get your food stamps and shit no more, coming real soon. And they're gonna probably make it like, well, if you still want it, take the MOTB. Verse 11, tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. This is more going into Babylon right here. That's what he's doing. He's stripping this place bare. He's taking all the resources out of this place. Verse 12, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine, right? Because it's going to be gone. It's going to be over with. Verse 13, upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city, which is like here. This is talking about here, Babylon. That's why they make that joy to the world, the Lord, and all that shit. Yeah, this is the joyous place. That's what it's talking about. This fucking trash bag. Verse 14, because the palaces shall be forsaken, the multitude of the city shall be left, the forts and the towers shall be for dens forever, a joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks. Right? Verse 15, to the Spirit be poured upon us from high, and the wilderness be a fruitful field, and the fruitful field be counted for a forest. So at the end of it, the elect is going to flourish, but we're never going to live here. We're not going to need to. We're going to be over there in the land of Israel where we want it to be. Fuck this place. We trying to get out of here forever. You never have to come back here again. You think we want to go live in this land and stay in this land? They done hung Jake all over here and shit and done all kinds of wicked shit over here. Here's some more layoffs. Marriott to lay off more than 800 employees at corporate offices. Right? Read it all the time. Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rushway may do. We know in Revelation chapter 11, verse 8, it says this place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. This place finna run out of work. And it's going to happen on the daily. And on top of that, while that's all going on, the Lord is going to send many judgments until the day of judgments, which are called fanners in the Bible. Oklahoma breaks November tornado record with 23 tornadoes and counting. And on Monday, right, there was at least 6 tornadoes in one day. That's just over here in Oklahoma. Okay. Oh no, we're almost done. Tried to go fast because I had a lot of articles. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 1. And it reads, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, talking about here, and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind. That's ultimately talking about the missiles. But before that, verse 2, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. So there's all these different type of calamities going on throughout the land. Hurricanes, mass shootings, all this stuff going on, COVID virus, bird flu. These are all things that's emptying this place out. You already got this cruise line offering some retard shit. We're going to show you in a second. For the day of trouble, they shall be against her round about. All these other nations are going to come against Babylon. America, Babylon the Great. That's what it's talking about. Also another one, a bomb cyclone. They call it a bomb cyclone because like it basically formed with hot and cold air like within 24 hours. Like it form. Like that's what they call it. That's why I call it a bomb, because it happened so quick. So it says once in a decade bomb cyclone is taking shape off the West Coast. That's another fanner. He's got come and clean this place out. Then he's gonna ultimately do it with the missiles. It says cruise line offers 4-year trip for Americans wishing to skip Trump's second term. And that's just completely retarded. You're gonna be on a boat for 4 years. Like it even talked about there are some people who was on a boat trip for a month, and a lot of them started having diarrhea and was freaking out, and 4 years, man. They think that they're gonna escape everything that's gonna come. You're not getting out of this. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 1. Hold on. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 1. I'm going to read probably like down to 10. It says, who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing, right? Talking about these scriptures. Not everybody has it. Only the men of the Lord. Only the men, elders and apostles, great millstone on down. And then you got affiliate camps, and affiliate camps, they're ultimately trying to, if not get into the body, at least be around us. There might be a reason why they can or whatnot, but Lord willing, that all the ones that are affiliates trying to get in, Lord willing, y'all get in, because the doors are open right now. This is when you want to push to get into the brotherhood. So who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. Right? This truth makes us shine in the spirit in the dark. So Jake can see that the Lord's men are out here. Verse 2, I counsel thee to keep the king's commandment, talking about Yahawashi, and that in regard of the oath of the Most High, this is an oath. Be not hasty to go out of his sight, and stand not in an evil thing. And so we don't try to be around people who's not, going to eventually come into this. For he doeth whatsoever pleaseth him, right? Where the word of a king is, there is power. That's how we know we got power right now. This is spiritual power, is knowing this doctrine. And who may say unto him, what doest thou? Right? You can't ask the Lord what he's doing. You already made that up. Whoso keepeth the commandments shall feel no evil thing. And a wise man's heart, which is his mind, discerneth both time and judgment. That's what wise men do. That's why we're showing you every day the time that we're in and that judgment's coming. That's what we're doing. The churches ain't showing you that. They in there talking about you saved, take your ass back to work, not even explaining what the prophecy is. Verse 6, because to every purpose there is time and judgment. Therefore, the misery of man is great upon him, right? Because he's like, damn, I hope something don't happen to me. That's how it be every day, especially like, for Jake, that's like, them got them Jakes that was born in the hood. Every day it was like weary to him. They're like, fuck, I could go outside and get shot today, Verse 7, for he knoweth not that which shall be, for who can tell him when it shall be, right? We can't even tell you when our judgment is here or y'all's. It's all up to the Lord. All we can do is pray that he doesn't judge us. And when he does judge us, he judges us with mercy. He gives us mercy. Verse 8, there is no man that have power over the spirit to retain the spirit. So the fact that we have the Rawchaa Qadash in the spirit, that means that the Lord gave us this power. Neither have he power in the day of death. There is no discharge in that war. Neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. So you got the people that get the defibrillators trying to be like clear. They try to bring people back to life and shit. If the Lord doesn't want them to come back to life, your ass is through. Verse 9, all this have I seen and applied my heart, which is mine, unto every work that is done under the sun. There is a time wherein one man ruleth over another to his own hurt. And that's what Esau Edom did. They ruled over us, and now they're going to get done away with forever for that. So it's to his own bad. It was it was for his, it was the jokes on him. Verse 10, and so I saw the wicked buried and had gone from the place of the holy, and they were forgotten in the city where they had done. They had so done. This is also vanity. This place is going to be forgotten. So whether you go on your cruise ship, to skip Trump's second term. You ain't skipping the judgment of Yahawashi. Pilots captured multiple UFOs dancing around their Boeing passenger jet flying over Egypt. Okay, and that was over there in the land of Egypt. But the chariots are starting to show themselves more. You know, and I just want to point out one little thing, because you know, you got these people who don't believe in UFO, so-called UFOs, but they believe in the Bible, and it literally tells you what a chariot looks like, okay? Which is a so-called UFO. We're just going to get to the point. We'll read verse 15. So what it talks about the chariots. This is Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 15. Now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with his four faces. The appearance of the wheel and their work was like unto the color of beryl, and they four had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. What does that sound like? So-called UFO, a chariot. That's where they get them designs from. Okay, they get them out of the Bible. That's why, you know, you gotta be careful when you come to the camp. You step up, especially if you're trying to act like you're a teacher and stuff. And the worst thing you don't want to do is come aside. You're the black Hebrew Israelite. You just look like a retard. When you come up and you see a whole bunch of Jakes that look like so-called black people, and then you ask us if we're the so-called black Hebrew, it just sounds retarded. Like you need glasses, motherfucker? Yes, we're so-called Negroes. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that goes back to Judah, the Jews, which is Yahawah, you know? So let's talk about. Okay, so I got one more article, and we're just going to read this to go into, you know, the wicked and their children are wicked. This is probably some Hamites, but the title is, she got caught with two guys. His daughter was in the house with two young boys, sleeping with both of them. Just wickedness.
You see? You see what I'm talking about? If you see what I'm talking about, you see how they have money inside the house there. Not today, the boy there. Not today, the boy come and take something, and when you finish, the house lock up there. And not today, the boy come there. Huh? Stay there. Two of them. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that inside the house there. Look at that inside the house there. Look at that.
No respect for their father. You're supposed to honor your father and your mother. You know what I mean? You ain't supposed to do shit like this, man.
Look at my affair. Not for your mother. Not for your mother. Tell don't bring money inside of the house. Don't bring money inside of the house. Don't bring money inside of. Don't bring money inside of that house. Don't bring out the house. Don't bring money inside of that house. Don't bring money inside of that house. Don't bring money inside of that house. You see outside. You lock it up there. You call your mother. Don't bring no money inside of that house. That what they tell. They don't sell it and they lock. And when you finish, you there. You know what? We don't fucking call him. Outside. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Outside. Go outside. Where him fella? Outside.
You better walk outside with the drawers and everything on. That's how Israel get down. When our children are wicked, we did worse than that. We take your ass to the elders and stone your ass to death. You see what I'm saying? This was coming back to this place. Y'all talking about we just some assholes just for cussing your ass out sometimes. You gonna find out. This is Jake being nice and shit. Barak chapter 26, verse 22. You're gonna find out. So even if it's even in the other nations, they think like this too. Barak chapter 26, verse 22, the book of Ecclesiasticus. A harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. That's how they all think. That's how everybody think. Like, you don't love no hoe, but you got some of these simps they out there, they love them or whatever, but whatever. They gonna get dealt with too. So Shalom to Lake to Israel, hopefully Lake to Israel, Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, foreign Israelites, like the other nations, scattered across 4 corners of the earth. Want to give all praise to Barak there, Yahawashi. Gotta give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone. Let us all to this truth. But ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, so forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to also part of the elect and all for elect. Lord, when we part of that number, Lord, when us be able to find ourselves in the name of the Lord, shout and show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. Peace and blessings to the elect. Wa Abba Babal, Kwam Yasharallah, Shalom.